What up, Ish?
What's going on, Steve?
I'm good. Hey, so the organization has decided they're going to wear a patch, you and the Mystics, with 41 on there, honoring Mr. Unseld. Just being a leader and an OG on this team, kind of what are your thoughts on doing that? Do you have any recollections of Wes?
Greatest wizard ever. I think I can use words, but I think it'll be a disrespect to how great he was to the organization and how great he was as a man. So I'm sure I'm sure all of us, as young as we were, I saw some tapes of him and heard some stories of him, but none of us know how great he really was and how that patch and what that represents. So we're going to try to wear it with as much pride as we can, but words can't describe how great he was as a man and how great he was as a wizard and as a player.
Ish, we just talked to Coach Brooks. He said that he has to participate in drills and in practice now because, there's just not as many as assistants. What's that been like? Can you give us a scouting report?
Coach Brooks?
Yeah.
Coach Brooks. Go back and look at the film. Coach Brooks was great in his own right. So he's doing what he does. Handle the ball, make right plays. He hasn't showed us his scoring ability, which I know he has, and his shooting ability. But it's kind of, it's fun to see Coach, involved in dribbling up and down the floor. But he does it in the regular season as well, and he has done it in the regular season. He stays involved and stays out there on the floor. So it's nothing new for us.
What's up, Ish?
What's going on, Fred?
Do you and Scott ever have Brooks, not Hall? Do you and Scott Brooks ever have conversations about like how similar your careers were and how similar they started and just kind of being undrafted, scrappy point guard, bouncing around and then sticking for double-digit years in the league?
Nah, not really. Coach just be coaching me, and that's all I want. I love Coach, but I want him to coach me as if, I want him to coach me. I don't want no sentimental value. We'll worry about that at the end of my career. But as of right now, it's no reflection. It's moving forward, trying to get the most out of my potential. And so we do, see eye to eye on a lot of things. And we have that rhetoric, and we go back and forth and laugh and joke, and he stays on me, he gets on me. But for the most part, we don't really, do too much talking. He just coaches me as hard as he can. He knows how he can reach me. And I think that's a way that we have the same kind of path, and he knows how to speak to me and talk to me. So to get me, going and turn me up another level, or different plays out there that he sees, that he knows that he would see. So that's pretty much it. But for the most part now, we just out here trying to get the most out of each other, him as a coach and me as a player.
Good evening, Ish. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Dennis.
You've been very active and very outspoken during this time that we're living in for, racial justice and social change. And typically NBA players have done that, have been that way. Traditionally, Pop and Kerr have been NBA coaches who have been that way. But I'm curious, from your perspective as a player, are you kind of now more expecting other coaches outside of Pop and Kerr to say something more forcefully when it comes to matters of race, politics, and society?
No, I can't. I want people to speak from their heart. I don't even think it should be a mandate or whatever the case is. You speak from your heart, whatever you feel. Coach Pop and Coach Kerr, they're sincere in what they speak on and how they speak. And so I'm not one to say, you got to stand up. I'm forcing you. No, I want you to speak from your heart. Whatever comes from your heart, or whatever actions you do, that's more important. Whatever actions you do, that to me speaks more louder than words. My mother and father always taught me that action speaks louder than words. But if you come out and speak out, great. If you don't, that's great too. It's still things that have to be done, and I have to do my part in my community and in different ways and educating. And I'm going to do my part. But if a coach doesn't and he's uncomfortable with it, that's okay.